we are given the standard expression of the definition of the derivative of the function f of x at some number a. So for you to understand, that is f prime at some kind of a. They ask us to find what was the original function f. So what is f if this is f prime in front of us? And what is a? Basically, they wanted to understand the definition of the derivative. Start with writing down the formula. All the homework problems should start with the general definition of the something, in this case derivative, and writing down the formulas we know. F prime at a has a formula. It's a limit as h goes to 0, where h in the denominator, f at the new input a plus the small change h, and h is small because it goes to 0, as you can see, minus the original f at a. So I usually describe it as new f minus old f all over this small change that made the new f. Anyway, stare a little bit at the given limit and compare it with the original limit. That should give us the understanding of what is the original f and what is a. A is the easy part here. A is that isolated number that was added to h. H is the unknown, as you can see. Let me change the color. We don't bother with h. H represents a small change. How small? As small as we want, approaches 0. So a is standing over here, and that is 7. Okay, well, that was nice. I like that. Now, what was the original function f? Well, there's two ways of seeing it, maybe even more than two. On the right-hand side here, after the negative sign, we have f of a. And here we have 49. So we know that f at 7 is 49. Okay, that's some kind of information. And then we see that f of the a plus h is squared. So f of a, well, a is 7, we already know that. Actually, let me just write down. A plus h is 7 plus h squared. 7. So what is the function here? The function is a rule that does something with your input, right? Input is 7 plus h, and now this input is squared. Thus, you have a guess, and this guess is probably correct, that it is x squared. And you can also check, indeed, f at 7 will be 7 squared, which is 49, so matches. And those are two things you notice to answer these types of questions. Thus, the original function was x squared, the input was chosen as 7, and then we wrote a definition of the derivative as 7 plus h squared. Maybe I should write it down for you. The definition of the derivative at 7, which was x squared at 7 prime, is a limit as h goes to 0. H is in denominator. 7 plus h squared minus 7 squared. That is the match with the official original definition of the derivative.